Yes, Luka signed the extension, right? And he's going to be there for a while. But he also expressed that he wants to win the championship with the Lakers organization. And the key word that he put in there is that he wants to win now.
The Los Angeles Lakers just pulled off one of the boldest moves in the NBA, and almost no one's talking about it. Luka Dončić has officially signed an extension through 2028, ending years of speculation about his future. But here's the catch. This isn't the LeBron-centric Lakers we've known for nearly a decade. This is Luka's team now. And while the rest of the league is sleeping on them, the Lakers have quietly built a roster that might just wreck the Western Conference. Luka's transformation, LeBron's 23rd season, and a set of risky new additions have turned LA into the ultimate wildcard. The question isn't whether they're ready, it's whether anyone can stop them. For years, Luka's career was haunted by whispers. Would he force his way out of Dallas? Would his frustration boil over into a messy breakup like so many superstars before him? Trade rumors filled social media every summer. Lakers fans dreamed, Knicks fans begged, and the Mavs clung to hope. But in Los Angeles, all that noise disappeared. Luka had a player option for 2026, and he could have played the waiting game, keeping the Lakers front office on edge. Instead, he made the boldest statement of his career, locking in a 3-year extension worth $165 million. "I want to win now." That's what Luka said at his press conference. Not tomorrow, not years down the road. Now. This wasn't just a contract, it was a declaration. For the first time since Kobe Bryant, the Lakers have a young superstar who isn't just visiting LA, but planting his flag here. But what's more important than the signature is the transformation that came before it. Luka Dončić has always been one of the most gifted offensive players in basketball, but even his biggest supporters had to admit one thing: his conditioning wasn't elite. He could still torch teams, but you'd see him gassed at the end of games or worn down by the grind of an 82-game season. That's not the Luka walking into this season. Over the summer, he completely transformed his body. Luka hit the gym with a seriousness no one had seen before. Strength training, nutrition. He shed weight, built muscle, and turned his frame into that of a true franchise cornerstone. The result? A cover feature on Men's Health. And more importantly, a game that looks sharper than ever. Just look at Eurobasket. Surrounded by a Slovenian roster that scouts said looked below NCAA Division I level, Luka dragged them all the way to the quarterfinals. He didn't just score, he defended, he rebounded, he led. Scouts said he looked quicker, more explosive, and more engaged than ever before. For the Lakers, this was proof that Luka wasn't just cashing checks in LA, he was building a new chapter, a chapter where he's not only one of the best players alive, but potentially the best player alive. But even Luka, at his best, couldn't fix what doomed the Lakers last season. The Lakers' 2024 playoff collapse had one root cause: the paint. After trading Anthony Davis, Los Angeles had no interior presence. Minnesota absolutely destroyed them inside, out-rebounding, out-muscling, and exposing the gaping hole where AD once stood. So the front office had one off-season priority: get a real big man. Enter DeAndre Ayton. At 7 feet 0 inches, 252 pounds, Ayton isn't Anthony Davis, but he doesn't have to be. His job is simple: protect the rim, rebound, and finish plays. Compared to the undersized rotations the Lakers trotted out last postseason, Ayton is a massive upgrade. Rob Pelinka explained it best: his size is very real. Pair Ayton with Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reaves in the pick and roll, and suddenly LA has a lob threat and an anchor. He won't get to the line like Davis, and he doesn't stretch the floor, but his presence gives the Lakers something they didn't have last year: balance. And while Ayton shores up the paint, another addition is set to lock down the perimeter like no one else. Marcus Smart was once the heart and soul of Boston, a Bulldog defender, a 2022 Defensive Player of the Year, and a guard who could swing playoff games with hustle alone. But the last 2 years, he slipped off the radar. Injuries piled up, his shooting cooled, and critics wondered if his best days were behind him. The Lakers don't think so. They see a chance to resurrect the old Marcus Smart, the gritty, fiery guard who can check anyone from Steph Curry to Luka himself. Pelinka praised Smart's underrated playmaking, and J.J. Redick already hinted at him being in the starting lineup alongside Luka, LeBron, Ayton, and Reaves. Smart brings toughness the Lakers desperately need. He's not flashy, he's not polished, but he sets a tone. And when you combine that with Ayton's rim protection, suddenly the Lakers look like a team that can defend inside and out. But every addition comes with a cost, and this one hit Luka personally. In order to build this roster, the Lakers had to say goodbye to one of Luka's closest friends in the league, Dorian Finney-Smith. DFS was more than a role player. He was Luka's trusted wingman, a dependable 3-and-D guy who could hit 40% from deep and guard multiple positions. Losing him stung, both on the court and in the locker room. His replacement? Jake LaRavia, younger, bigger, and a strong shooter at 42% from deep last year, but on limited attempts. Defensively, he's nowhere near DFS. The Lakers are betting on potential here, hoping LaRavia can grow into the role. It's a risk. But building around Luka often means tough choices. Still, the most important moves of the summer weren't trades at all. They were decisions made inside the locker room. If Luka is the face of the Lakers' future, Austin Reaves is the question mark. Over the summer, Reaves declined a $9 million extension, a move most thought was a formality. Instead, he chose to bet on himself, hoping for a much bigger payday after this season. It was bold, it was risky, and it left fans buzzing. On Lakers forums, trade ideas exploded. Swap Reaves for Walker Kessler, or Andrew Wiggins, or Herb Jones. Even Robert Horry chimed in, saying Reaves might be too similar to Luka, and suggested the Lakers explore a sign and trade. But here's the reality. When healthy, Reaves is elite. Last year, he joined an exclusive club of just 13 players, averaging at least 20 points, 5.5 assists, and 4.5 rebounds. The problem? His playoff run against Minnesota was brutal. Playing through a toe injury, he looked shaky, and critics jumped all over him. Now heading into year 5, this is the defining season of his career. If he shines, he's a future cornerstone. If he falters, the Lakers might move on. Either way, his decision to turn down that extension has raised the stakes higher than ever. But while Reaves thinks about his future, the biggest question still looms over LeBron James. LeBron James, year 23, the oldest active player in the NBA. At 40 years old, he's still putting up all-star numbers. 24 points, 8 assists, 7 rebounds, and even a career-best free throw percentage. Most players would be retired or washed up by now. LeBron is still producing at an elite level, but here's the twist. He refused a long-term deal. Instead, he picked up his $52 million option for this year only. That leaves his future completely open. Could he finish his career in Cleveland, Miami, maybe even shock the world with a move to the Clippers? For now, it's all speculation. The Lakers front office has made it clear they're giving him the respect to write his own ending. But one thing is undeniable. This isn't the LeBron-centric Lakers anymore. For the first time since Miami, LeBron has an equal standing next to him. Luka Dončić isn't waiting for LeBron to pass the torch, he's already carrying it. And this brings us to the million-dollar question. What does year 2 of Luka and LeBron really look like? Last year, Luka and LeBron were thrown together mid-season after the blockbuster trade. There were flashes of brilliance, highlight reel assists, unstoppable offensive runs, but the chemistry wasn't fully there. How could it be? They had no training camp, no offseason, no system built for them. This year is different. JJ Redick enters his second season as head coach with a deeper roster, a full off-season of film, and a chance to finally build a system tailored to Luka and LeBron. He hasn't locked in a starting lineup yet, saying there are 7 to 8 starting caliber players. That competition is a good problem to have. For the Lakers, this is the year everything clicks. Or it doesn't. The West is vulnerable. Denver is aging. Golden State is uncertain. The Clippers are a gamble. And Phoenix is one injury away from collapse. If the Lakers stay healthy, they have 2 of the top 10 players in the world, a retooled defense, and real depth. Suddenly, they don't look like an underdog. They look like a nightmare matchup no one wants to see in May. The question isn't whether the NBA is ready for the Lakers. It's whether anyone can stop them once the lights come on. The Lakers' 2025 season won't just be another chapter. It's the beginning of a new era. Luka Dončić signed his name in ink, transformed his body, and declared that he's ready to win right now. LeBron James, still elite in year 23, is the perfect partner to help him chase it. Austin Reaves is gambling on himself. Marcus Smart is gambling on redemption. And DeAndre Ayton is gambling on finally living up to his draft pedigree. All of it makes the Lakers the most unpredictable, dangerous team in basketball. So if you're sleeping on them, enjoy it while you can. Because when Luka and LeBron start clicking, the rest of the league won't know what hit them. Sleep on them if you want, but don't say we didn't warn you.